Howdy everybody, Steve here, KM9G. Today I'm going to show you why you should even bother getting the new Baofeng UV-17 or any of the new second generation body models, I guess you want to call it. I don't know what you would call this, but this is the new form factor. You're going to see a couple of different models in this form factor. Today I'm going to show you what's special about this new one versus the old UV-5R. Let's get into it. First up, this thing has the ability to scan tones. Let's do a quick demonstration of how we can scan tones with this radio. So let's get a heads up on scanning tones. First things first, we have to go into our source radio and we have to turn tones on. So I'm going to turn tone to tone, and then it automatically popped up with 67.0 as my tone. But if you wanted to change tones on the 5D, you hit code, and then you can roll these guys up. We'll leave it at 85, that's fine. Now we've got a privacy tone set up on the transmitter. So I need to make sure that this is on the same frequency, 1444725. And then I need to go into the menu, and menu option 14 is scan CTCSS. There's also 15, which is scan DCS. The same procedure applies for both options, so I'm just gonna do one for you. You have to be, that's APRS coming in, you have to be on frequency mode, not memory mode in the radio, and that's also not very clear. I'll show you that in a second. But then I want to scan, and it's now scanning. So I am transmitting on this side, Kilo Mike 9 Golf for ID, and it's going to go around the clock, and we just found it, 85.4. Make a note of that somewhere, and that 85.4 matches that 85.4. So we are good to go there. If you hit menu again, it will save it. So now when I go up to receive CTCSS, where is that? You can see 85.4 has been saved, and it is 85.4 there. So let's get out of the menu. Kilo Mike 9 Golf testing. And you can see the signal came through with nice high signal strength because I'm in the same room. So that is how you scan for CTCSS tones. Next up, this thing can copy frequencies over the air. If you're in an area and you think there's a radio frequency going on nearby, or you know there's a net at this time of day, you can set this thing to frequency copy mode and it will copy down the frequencies over the air. You'll at least be able to do the receive side of it because you'll still have to figure out the transmit side. But there are tricks for that too. Let's show you how the frequency copy works. So next up, I'm going to switch this to a different frequency. And let's go UHF. So 4460125 with a tone of 192.8. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put this into frequency copy mode. You hold down the blue button and it automatically starts searching UHF. But if we didn't want to search UHF, we push the pound key and it changes to VHF. And this is a little slow to make this change. So I just pushed it and we got to wait. There we go, it'll search for 200. So the 1.25 meter band, push it again for UHF. Now we're back on UHF, and I am going to key down over here. This is Kilo Mike 9 Golf for ID, and it actually went backwards to 441012 because I'm up in the repeater section and the 5D automatically does duplex. But you can see 441012 with a tone of 191.7, and this does say 192.8. And that's because these radios are very close to each other, and this one's actually overloading the front end of this radio, so it's a little tiny bit off, but it's not off enough that it matters. What I want to do next is I want to save this frequency that I just copied off the air by pushing the green button. It's going to ask me where I want to save it. I'm going to save it there. And now it's confirmed that it's channel 1. So I'm going to hold down this green button long enough that it switches to channel mode. And there's only one channel saved, and I'm on it. So now let's do a little transmit test. Kilo Mike 9 Golf testing, and you can see it came through and received the transmission. There you go, that's your frequency copy. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, now is a good time before I show you how the next feature works. There's a new DTMF tone trick. Let's get into DTMF tones. So I want to go into frequency mode by long pressing the green button. Frequency mode. And I'm going to pick 146.520, and then I want to go into the menu and I want to turn off the tones because I'm not using tones now. Alright, so there is no more tones on receive or transmit. We're going to exit the menu. In order to do the DTMF tones, you push the pound key. I mean, you can do it the old-fashioned way too, but this is the new way. 1, 1, 2, 1, 1. Let's put those in. When I push to talk on the side, it's going to automatically send those over the current frequency, which is 146.52 with no tones. And we should hear it on this radio. And I timed out. So immediately it sent those tones right over and you heard them on the other radio. Let's do a different set of tones. 22122. So now you can send tones quickly and easily, and you can kind of see what they are. The old-fashioned way still works. I already showed you in the previous video on the UV-17 how the RSSI signal strength indicator works. Now I'm going to show you about the weather channel stuff, because this thing does weather channel stuff all by itself. On the bottom of your keypad is the 0 key. If you long press the 0 key, she tells you it's on. She is now in weather channel mode, and you can press the up arrow to go through the 10 pre-stored weather channel modes.
75.
Found one.
West at 9.
This is channel 3 here.
Partly sunny. 76. West at 10.
And then you can press the blue button to get back out, or you can long press the 0 button to get back out. Another thing that you can do if you don't know what the weather channel is in your area and you don't feel like pushing 10 buttons in a row, hold down the 0 key. She says on.
36.
Hold down the pound key.
Partly sunny.
Scanning begin.
And she starts scanning. So I get 3 and 7. There you go. All right, there is a new feature roundup of what you can expect when you get your UV-17 if you already have a UV-5R. There is a link in the description down below if you would like to get some more information on this, or go to Amazon and pick one up for yourself. Be sure that you get the one with the USB-C charging on the back side of the battery, and maybe even get a spare battery if you're going to use this thing quite a bit. Is the UV-17R better than the TalkPod A36 Plus? Check out this video over here and let me know what you think. Thanks for being awesome. I'll see you over there.